State Bank of India has posted a net profit of over 21,000 crore. Yes, it's a record net profit for the bank, but more importantly, all the levers, all the boxes are in tick as far as you talk about credit growth, more than 15%. Similarly, deposit growth is also there in the quarter. And if you talk about margins also, the domestic NIMs have been over 3%. To discuss the quarter, I have with me Chairman C.S. Setty. Mr. Setty, first of all, congratulations for the quarter gone by. I would, of course, want to ask you on the numbers, but before that, there has been announcements on India-US trade deal. Now, broad counters are now known that we know that sectors, we know the rate. Do you think the overhang is over and SBI will get benefited from the same?
Good words which I have spoken. I think we checked most of the boxes on the growth side, and in terms of the asset quality side, in terms of margin side. I think we have done holistic performance in the quarter. Coming to the trade deal, as you mentioned, I think most important element is that the overhang is removed now, and the sectors, obviously, some fine-tuning is required here and there, but right. I think broadly we know that sectors, particularly some of the sectors which were significantly exposed to the US markets, that there is a great relief for them, whether it is aqua, it is a textiles, apparel. I think most of the sectors got benefited. This is very good deal from SBI point of view, because one is we have presence in almost all these sectors. May not be very significant exposures on these sectors because pharma and all do not borrow much, but the downstream MSMEs and we have significant presence in there. The trade deals, whether it is with the US or with the EU or UK, are going to be beneficial both for the corporates and MSMEs, cross-border transactions, where SBI is well positioned to take advantage of.
Definitely. In terms of sectors, of course, now we know that India's interest has been kept in mind. I want to ask you, you have also revised your guidance on credit growth. Do you think even this factor is a reason for this?
The credit growth which we have revised from 12 to 14%, the guidance is now shifted to 13 to 15%. Definitely the trade deals would help to strengthen that guidance. But even before the trade deals, we have got benefited, the economy got benefited because of the GST rationalization, income tax benefit, consumption demand has picked up. We have seen a good growth on the corporate side. And if you have seen, I think every segment has contributed to the credit growth.
Right.
And we are seeing the trend continuing in the current quarter so far. So which gives us confidence that this 13 to 15% growth rate advisory is a viable one, and obviously the positivity which is created out of these trade deals is going to help further.
Coming to the bottom line now, 9-month net profit is around 60,000 crore. This quarter particularly you have posted record net profit, but I know that you just don't go by the numbers, but what has contributed significantly this quarter to understand the scenario, how the banking is done by SBI, and what are the challenges which you think are there?
I have been speaking about many levers available to SBI, both on the asset side and also on the liability side. We have almost 57 trillion deposits in our books. So when we have a large franchise and our ability to raise deposits is significant, we felt that we need to manage on the liabilities better in terms of cost of resources. We have focused on ensuring that our retail franchise functions better and not relying on the wholesale deposits. That definitely helped us to reduce the cost of resources. At the same time, we have focused on many of the business lines which are helping us to conserve the capital. If you see the return on equity,
right.
Well, we keep talking about ROA, but I think we have been consistently giving the ROE, which means that we are very wisely has been using the capital which is available to us. Today we have the lowest risk-weighted asset density. That means you always weigh what is the capital allocation for a particular asset and what is the return I'm getting on that. This sensitization across the businesses and the sensitization across the channels, franchises, that cost of resources have to be managed, cost of operations have to be managed, which has resulted in uptick in operating income and moderating the operating expenses, which has resulted in this.
You mentioned about ROE, and even ROA has been consistently in the same line. In fact, ROE has been much more than what you have guided earlier. Do you think there is a time for revision for guidance as well in the both?
I think our guidance, whether on the ROA side or ROE side, through the cycles, that means even if the cycle hits, we are promising that this is the minimum return expectations what you can, the stakeholders can have on us.
Right.
So, which means that ROA guidance of 1%, ROE guidance of 15% stand.
Right. One last question before I let you go. You have already announced the listing of SBI Mutual Fund. I want to understand from you, is there any further update which you want to give to viewers? Because the announcement was made quite some time back. Have you already moved ahead with the processes?
Yeah, we are moving ahead. We have, I think the process, whatever milestones we had to achieve till February, we are on track, which means that you have a IPO committee, you have a appointment of merchant bankers, and we will be taking the non-deal roadshows in the month this month, and also deal roadshows once the DRHP filed. We are targeting DRHP filing for March. So if that happens, I think we should be able to complete the process well within that September 26 timeline what the respective boards have given.